All right, so it's part three of the terrorist attack incident seen in Kuwait in January 2003. Now, like I said before, I was the first person on scene, arrived on this, came to it, realized what had happened. Check out the other videos for what I said before. So, at this particular time in this story here, I had been there with my partner. The scene was secured by more of our people. Kuwaiti police showed up. The Army CID, which were like their investigative arm of their law enforcement entity, there showed up, and they're starting to look around, doing their little investigation. And we stepped back. We're not the investigators, but I was law enforcement. The guy with me had many years of law enforcement. We briefed the CID guy what we thought it was, and he kind of just gapped us off like we didn't know what we were talking about, which kind of, upset me and kind of gave me a bad taste for those guys for a long time later on, which obviously, one person's not gonna dictate what everybody's like, but that's just the way it was. But to give you an idea about how powerful an AK-47 is, which is what was used for this particular incident. If you don't know, if you know, then you know, but if you don't know, so this was an SUV, so think of like a Toyota Land Cruiser or whatever, and there was a passenger on the passenger side in the front, and then the driver. So the rounds came in through the passenger door side. Remember, 25 to 30 rounds. The passenger was hit. The rounds went through the passenger, hit the driver, and then it went through the driver, went through his door, and then it just traveled on, hit the curb area. So that's how powerful those rounds were. And the fact that this particular intersection was the same way that I generally would come, go home and come in every day, because it was kind of like one of the only ways you could get in there, because there was really only one direct way to get over there from where I was coming from. So that was pretty unnerving, because this was, like I said in previous videos, the tension was already in the air, and then you had this incident. There was another incident where Marines were attacked at a base, and a couple of them were killed. So there was some incidents happening, a lot of tension, pretty uneasy, especially on the way home from work that day. So I was pretty amped up, and not sure what happened with the guy that survived. I tried looking him up. It looks like he's doing all right, and you know, prayers out to the family. It was a horrible day, and wish I never saw that, but that's just, you know, that's what happens in doing that line of work. But hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, check the other two to kind of get the backstory, and take care, stay safe.